Hey guys, Dan here, and I wanted to cover some of the stuff that came out really late last night about Dragon Ball FighterZ. On Nico Nico, we got some gameplay, surprisingly enough. We got to see the game in motion, and we got to see a lot of stuff go down. So I kind of wanted to go through the videos that are up and look at the game itself and try and like break down the HUD and stuff, like what's going on. So first we do get animated cutscenes for the intros and everything, so that carries over from the Guilty Gear series, and it looks amazing. This was a Nico Nico stream. It wasn't the best quality, and it's amazing that the game looks so good in poor quality as well as in really good quality. So I'm gonna get down to like one of the first things that we see, besides some like Kai blasts and stuff like that in the videos. When Gohan goes and takes Cell down, we see a very interesting thing that's different from the Versus series that that Capcom makes. When Gohan beats Cell, he gets downed, gets knocked to this. We get this whole cinematic thing, gets knocked to a building. What's interesting is that when it goes to the next character, the next round, the characters actually come out and clash with each other and reset to neutral. This is interesting because usually in the Versus series, what happens is the character will come out and the person who killed the character ends up getting gets to do a 50-50 on the person's incoming character. So it's a little interesting to see that that mechanic isn't in this game at all, and instead we're going to be reset to neutral, and it's going to go on like it's kind of like King of Fighters, where it's going to be King of FighterZ, where you beat the character, next one comes out, round starts. You just get a really flashy like 3-second clash, and there you go, you're right into the next round. So that's a really interesting thing. Another interesting thing that happens in this first clip is after Gohan gets knocked out and Vegeta comes in, the Goku has this little glowing orb that is under the health bar. And we see that it's just very big, it's pulsating, it's just like this big thing right there. What happens is that when they start the round and they start fighting, Vegeta does a burst. Now, it's cool to see that a burst is carried over. This is basically Arc System Works thing. BlazBlue has it, Guilty Gear has it, Persona 4 Arena has it. And what's interesting is that that isn't the burst icon. Like in Guilty Gear, we had something that said burst. In Persona and BlazBlue, we had something that was like an icon that represented the burst. So what I think is that this is another mechanic probably carried over from BlazBlue, which is active flow. And in Central Fiction, what that is it's just the more offensive you are, the more hits you're landing and combos that you're doing, the bigger this active flow gets and the more damage you do. But when you get hit, you lose active flow. And that seems to be what happens here, because Vegeta does a burst and it knocks Goku back and the icon just disappears, it turns off. So that's probably, or maybe that's what it is that it's active flow, and that increases damage that you're doing over time, or like you build that up and you get hit and it goes away, because it isn't the burst icon, as Vegeta does his burst and that's still up there. The icon for him is still there. However, when Goku gets hit, it disappears. So I think it is active flow. Maybe they're trying to like mix Guilty Gear and BlazBlue mechanics around. This also could be a sort of overdrive mechanic, like what you see in BlazBlue, which is they activate overdrive, and for a certain amount of time they get to basically like they'll either do more damage or they'll combo, like their combos and specials and stuff get changed around. They get more properties added to them, and they're able to get like just more combo potential out of it. It might be this as well, so it's either kind of like an active flow thing or an overdrive. We'll see more when we get to actually play the game or see more of the game, but I kind of think it might be one of the two. But let's continue on, and we'll just keep breaking the video down. So before we get into this next match, which is what I hear are the good players, and you can see it in the footage. The first round was kind of like beginners, just like trying out the game, and this one seems to be people who are veterans of Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, just Arxis games, because they seem to really understand how this game works. The HUD is what I'm going to talk about first. It's pretty interesting. Aside from the two little icons that were next underneath the health bar, the closest to the timer, we do have character portraits. We have you know, the health bars. It's very Marvel style. It looks like it feels like a Marvel 3, you know, Ultimate Marvel health bar deal. I'm not sure where the burst bar is. I think it might be just the character icon or something like that. But it's very basic. We don't have a lot of stuff going on. It doesn't look like there's any X factor or anything going on. No comeback mechanics like that. And we have the meter at the bottom, which in this game is a little bit crazier than other versus games because we have 7 bars of meter to work with, and that's a nice little nod to, you know, 7 Dragon Balls and whatnot. That's pretty cool. So we're going to be getting into this next one, and we get to see some of the new mechanics, or, well, some of the mechanics that are carried over from previous Arxis games. And the first one is going to be when Goku does his combo. It looks like a dust combo. So he gets this launch that goes up in the air. He does what looks like a dust combo from Exert, and he ends it with super, and you know, it looks really flashy and cool. So it looks like that this is going to be a very, it looks like a faster paced Guilty Gear, in my opinion, than it being a Marvel game. So even though it has Marvel assists, it looks like it's going to be a very fast paced Guilty Gear. The other thing I find interesting too is that after Gohan lands his dust combo, Majin Buu kind of tags out and tags Cell in, and Cell comes in with an attack that looks like he can direct it. So it looks like you can tag out mid-match, which is pretty awesome. And you can actually come in with attacks and, like, I guess, like, direct your attacks around and stuff like that. And again, this is kind of different as well. Usually when you tag in like Marvel 3 and stuff, you can only just tag in, and you tag in with like this attack, or you just tag in. But this one, it looks like you can just tag in with an attack, you can direct it around. So that's also something pretty different. What's also very interesting, and what I really like, is the assist mechanic is first we have Gatlings. You can see it's very anime, like Guilty Gear and Persona staple, as well as BlazBlue. You have Gatlings in this game, and you know, you combo. They're comboing pretty similarly to these games and how Arxis games in the past work. What's kind of cool though is that you can tag in your partner to do an assist, to extend block strings, or to extend the combo, or what looked like to come in with a special move, or probably even tag them in to do a super. I think there might be, you know, that whole, you could probably tag in with the super, or just tag in that way. Maybe you can super cancel, like do super, tag in, you know, your character, come in with another super, just like you can in Marvel 3. So you can also kind of do some tricky little stuff. I saw Gohan jump over Cell, and then he tried like instant air dashing overhead, and you know, just being a little tricky while the assist was holding him down. And the other thing is when Vegeta lands his, I guess it's a level 3. It looks like a level 3, and it kills Buu, is that it goes into the cinematic thing that, you know, you saw in the trailer, which is also, I thought they would be destroys. They look like them, but I guess they're just like really cinematic supers for when you end the round. And then finally we get to the very end, which is really the thing that I wanted to look at the most. And this was, we get, it looks like as the match goes on, when it gets to close to the final round, or maybe it's just because of Namek, we get the whole thing changes, the screen changes, the stage changes, and it's now all lava and rock, and it looks like one of the areas where the final battle between Frieza and Goku happened. Which, if stages change over time, we get like Tekken level final round stuff. That'll be really cool. The other thing that's really cool is that Frieza transforms into Gold Frieza from Super, and as I thought, they were going to do transformations, and for him, it's a level 3, I believe. Same thing with Goku. Goku also transforms into Super Saiyan 3, and it ends up being a level 3. And it's, as I thought, there would be transformations somehow, so it's not going to be, you're picking Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan, 1.5 Vegeta, and then, Super Saiyan God Vegeta, or, different variations of Goku and whatnot. It's just going to be Super Saiyan Vegeta and Goku, and then I believe they probably have supers that, or in Vegeta's case, I think he might have a super that levels him up. But Goku definitely does. He can go Super Saiyan 3. I don't know if he can go Super Saiyan 2. They didn't show it off, but they did show him going Super Saiyan 3. If Frieza can go Gold Frieza, then more than likely Goku can also go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So, we'll have to wait and see when more comes out, maybe when the beta comes out. But from what I've seen so far from the gameplay that we got, it's looking to be a really, really hype game. I'm very excited to play this, and I just love what they're doing with it. It looks great. The character models don't look as big. It's backed out a little bit more, probably to fit, potentially all 6 characters on screen at once. We haven't seen we did see earlier as well is that you can come in with an attack, so there's probably gonna be like TACs or whatever. You can like tag in with a super as well, probably make combo. So it's cool to see that it's Guilty Gear at a faster pace. So it's kind of like, it feels a lot like older Guilty Gear, or it looks a lot like older Guilty Gear combos with how fast it's going. And it's cool to see some versus series elements being taken here. The assists, the tag-in mechanic, tagging, doing assists while the opponent's blocking, doing assists to extend combos. And, just in general, just some of the mechanics that you see in Versus series are being mixed and melded in with Arc System Works anime fighter style, which works pretty well. It looks like it's pretty good so far, and I can't wait for early 2018 to play it. So, I mean, that's kind of, man, these last 2 videos on Dragon Ball have been really long. It's hard for me to condense breaking down something like this because there's just so much to talk about. But anyway, like, if you want to, I'll link down below where you can see it. I believe, what is his name? I think it's Zeus's. I think that's how you say it, his name. You can go and look at it. He has the whole 14 minutes of gameplay up right now, and you can go and watch that and look for yourself. It's awesome. It's awesome to look at, and I enjoyed watching it. Again, I can't wait to play it, and hopefully I can get into the closed beta, and I can put out some videos for you guys, and you can take a look at it in glorious 1080p 60. So, with that, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.